Electric TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
Oh, okay, love it. Ooh. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegota TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthews. You're going to come in Elegota One of Sports. Yes, it's a lovely Wednesday morning. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to do it for the long haul as it is. We would be running just 25 minutes of the show because I have got a class to teach. This is my final class for this section, for this year's class. They're graduating in 2 weeks' time, and I like to make it a very, very good one, a valedictory class as far as I'm concerned. This is where I pack up all the punches, all the best advice, and I've got a guest also coming. I've been having guests for a while now, but I've got a guest who would come to the school and try to tell them what every employer has won because she's an HR expert and she's got a whole lot of things to add as value to their lives. So that when they go out there, those ones that want to continue, their academics can continue. Those ones that want to go straight into the working environment, we have equipped them for the last 1 year to be able to do that in the three-part course that they've had at EcoBeat. We've taken them from being just regular, street kids, people that society call low lives, to now tech savvy people who can, stand on their own. And I feel very, very proud of the work that we all are doing collectively at EcoBeat. And there's something I call it God's errand. Okay, people. I've got a lot of friends who always tell me, "Oh, why are you volunteering to mix up with all these kids, all this?" And when they say it, it reminds me of my childhood. This is exactly how I was growing up in Warri, in the streets of Warri. And if people didn't take me serious, if people didn't, give me the push and the support, I guess I would never be where I am today. So I take it very serious what I do with EcoBeat as a volunteer mentor on that project, and it's something that I would always do anyway until probably I don't have to or I don't need to do it anymore. Probably there are some other people that I would say very massive thank you to everybody for this season. MCRB, Yo, Ali Baba, Lady Gwen, Timi Dakolo for always being there. Benga Denka the first, ONG, all of the guys who came in to mentor are coming up today. Tiga Akbare, everyone who's coming to put support and give them, and then everybody at Boys, Nigeria, Oxfam, the Netherlands, Butterfly Works, everybody who's chipping one way or the other, the cooking staff who make sure that the students are well fed every single time they come in, the cleaning staff, the people that make sure that the toilets and everything are clean. We appreciate you guys. Acquire me, my once upon a time best graduating student who now works with Boys Nigeria, Emmanuel, as well, who's also once upon a time best graduating male student who now works with Boys. For all that you do, Esoye, and the rest of the team, God bless you all. It's been a wonderful journey. Latifat, there's so many people, too many to mention right now, but I appreciate the kind of support that they do. But then let's do football business. And you know how it is, even if it is 45 minutes that we've got, and Siko is just here looking at me, counting down time. And it does look like somebody it looks like my big brother now. Like the way it looks like he can just come and yank me off this place and throw me in the car and say, let's go. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even want me to do the Wednesday show. Just come, let's go. Let's go and you know how when somebody feel like they have the power, like bros, let's go and do this thing. Let's forget about the show for Wednesday, but I can't. Okay, so let's get the show. Let's start with the headlines on the show. Today we've got a lot of news. Thank you to Timothy Daimba, wonderful guy, dependable and reliable guy. I wish everything go according to plan, and you're on the plane with us when we're going to the US in 4 years' time. It will be very, very nice. I will feel very, very honored because it will be like a full circle of bringing you to radio for the very first time and not seeing you turn out to be this guy that you are. I'm amazed. Okay, some things you just do, and you just do them, and you don't know that they'll come back to you. This Timothy Demo is one of those things that you just do. You don't know it will come back to you, and I'm happy for the young man that he's turning out to be. But let's start with the headlines that are available to us today. Like I said, my name is FMYSD. So you love to comment on the response. This is the Sports Buffet on Elevator TV Radio. Our phones are still very, very bad, so we can't take WhatsApp messages or can't take call. Phone is gone completely off. Too many bills on our neck. I can't afford to pull out 100,000 or more to buy a phone. So you guys chill first, okay? But you can send in your message on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay, I've got some messages on my personal WhatsApp messages. I'll read if I can. If I don't have the time, maybe we'll push it up to tomorrow. MPFL, LMC calls for calm, seeking dialogue with Sports Ministry, NFF over purported withdrawal of license. The Sports Minister, God, I've not seen a nuisance like this in my life. Rafael Ishak, sales move to Slovenia, my guy. Super Falcons stars joined Saint Etienne, and then Chelsea challenge was too big to turn down for me. Potter, no worry, Dosaki. The only good thing is that you make money. That one is for sure. You'll be fired. I'm not joking about it. This coach that said he has not watched the Champions League match before. That's the coach that Chelsea employed. Okay, now, use a big project like this. If somebody that is learning how to ride a bicycle, you go and give him a aeroplane to fly. Don't worry, we will see the genius in him. Tuesday, UEFA Champions League round-up. Bayern continues torment of Barcelona. Late Matip Eder gives Liverpool win over Ajax. Conte's Spurs fall apart in Lisbon. That's how I play ball. That's why I always wonder why Arsenal fans bother about Spurs. Joshua accepts terms for Fury fight on December 3rd. Let the beating continue. Yes, that's the way I'll say it. So let's go to the stories itself and see how it is. But before we go in our usual tradition, because we don't have time, and let's do this very, very fast. The new owner of Chelsea, Todd Boehly, have come out, and like I always said, Americans are Americans, and they will not change. Americans are not people who try to adapt to other environments. When Americans come to your house, they try to Americanize your house. They'll force you to celebrate July 4th. They'll force you to celebrate anything that they are celebrating, and they make it the normal thing that you should do. Okay, that's as the British also came to Africa and forced us to celebrate all the things that they're celebrating and make us feel like, oh, our own is wrong. Okay, but that's a topic for another day. Todd Boehly, who is an hands-on person, unlike Stan Kroenke, who believes I buy this club is a gift for my son Josh, but I'll pretend like I'm the owner, but I know I'm going to leave it to Josh to handle. That is my gift to him, and he does what he wants to do. And as a young man, he's trying to adapt to the English way of doing things. Todd Boehly is an old man. He doesn't think he needs to adapt. He's a billionaire. If I spend 4.7 billion to buy a club in England, I should have a say-so. And the first say-so he's got was not just the sacking of the German Thomas Tuchel. He's come out to say that to raise money for the pyramid, the Americans will always pretend like they're coming in for a good cause, but they have their own agenda. Okay, look at the Middle East. The countries where America have not gone, they are doing well. Dubai, Qatar, the rest ones, the place where they've gone, we all know the story. Well, let's leave that for another day. Now, but Todd Boehly has come out and suggested that we should have, or the English League, the English League should have an all-star type match where you have the South versus the East or the North versus the South, whatever way they want to play it, and they'll select all-star players from one region and the other. They'll play against each other and raise money for charity cause. But then it's also massive entertainment. So my question this morning to you guys is, what do you think about that? What do you think about that suggestion? What's your view? What's your first? Don't give me the opinion of what some other people said. Just give me your own view, your own thought about it. If you hear anybody very first time, think about it, take a little time to ponder about it, and tell me what you think. Chelsea chairman Todd Boehly calls for the Premier League to introduce an annual North versus South All-Star game to help raise money for the English football pyramid, as he insists football can learn a lesson from US sports. Now that is very, very. It's the line. This is my opinion. The line he used is what will make the English people not to agree. So English people are very, very tribalistic. In case you don't know, when people say that English, and that's why when people come and tell me that speak English, I always laugh, because you don't even understand that English people are very diverse in their tribe. The sources people, for instance, in Liverpool, will not tell you that they are English. They'll tell you they have sources, okay? And so when you move to different places, that's why Alex Ferguson can stay in England for over 30 years and not try to speak English. Okay, it's only when we go to England, or we go and just pass the airport and they deport us and come back and start speaking Calabar in it. That doesn't work like that then. So basically, now telling the English people that they can learn a lesson from US sports, and the English people believe that they are the ones who invented sports and they are the owners of the game of football, even though they are not. We all know that they are not. Football was invented in China, but they would claim that they invented football. So that's why they always say it's coming on. Now, my question to you guys is, a football all-star game, is this something you would like to see in the Premier League? Is this something that would interest you, that would fascinate you, that would tickle your fancy? That's the conversation. But let's go back to the news and see what's going on there. Thank you very much, Timothy, for being an amazing wingman. Always, getting the right chips off the block for me and putting it on the plate for me to score. I mean, make me look like I'm the best in the business, but it's just because you do the job very, very well. The League Management Committee, LMC, has called for calm after the sports ministry declared the body illegal to run the Nigerian League and asked the Nigerian Football Federation to withdraw its operating license. That's not going to happen anyway. So, Mr. Sunday Dari, responsible. You went to Harvard, you should behave like somebody who went to Harvard. But I know that a lot of Nigerians who go to school abroad, they come back and they don't have senses. You're not going to be the first one, and there's a whole lot of them. I know that a lot of you're talking about minister. Yes, if the minister not get sense, not get sense. There's nothing anybody can do about them. The sports apex body in the country, through its permanent secretary, last week declared the league body illegal and asked the NFF to withdraw its license. A directive which generated a lot of reaction from football followers across the country. LMC on Tuesday on its Twitter handle appealed for calm and sought to have a dialogue with the sportsmen. Me, I'm not going to get dialogue with you. Nah, I'm that stubborn. We want to shut down football. We'll shut down the football. There's nothing anybody can do. First of all, the MPL that he's talking about have been declared null and void and illegal since they liquidated. So what are you even fighting for? What are you even standing for? Everybody always nepotic thinking will always blind us. Yesterday I did a thread on Twitter that there are three foundational problems that Nigeria have. One is ethnicity. Two is religion. Three is political affiliation. Those three things are the very, very bane of our problem. Everything, whether it's corruption, whether it's nepotism, whatever, those three things are the very foundation of it. But hey, let's watch as it goes. LMC on Tuesday on the Twitter handle appeal for calm and sought to have a dialogue with the sports ministry and also the Nigerian country football body, okay, the NFF. The board of the League Management Company LMC Ltd says its attention has been drawn to a media release from the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, FMYSD, to the effect that the federal government has declared the LMC illegal, urging stakeholders to remain calm while it engaged the ministry in conjunction with the Nigerian Football Federation. The LMC board also expressed distress at seeing the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development come up with the public statement position without first engaging the LMC and the NFF to discuss any concerns or information regarding the LMC Limited, to hear from the other side and enable it to come to a balanced position. That's a Sunday diary for you. That's how, when people are senseless, that's how they behave. That's just the truth. The LMC insisted that there is no court order or proceeding declaring the LMC as illegal. Likewise, there is no challenge in any court to the legal status of the LMC. Tracking the formation of and registration of the company, it noted that for the avoidance of that, LMC Limited was duly and properly formed in 2013 with all due process adhered with both football laws, regulations, Nigerian corporate affairs laws, companies and allied matters, everything that they need to do. They went through the process well. Subsequently, the NFF Executive Committee at its meeting of 8 October 2014 in Abuja, and the NFF Congress, okay, the supreme legislative body of the NFF, at its meeting of the 23rd November 2014 in Lagos, duly approved the LMC supplementary regulations and governing structure pursuant to the powers vested on the Congress under the NFF. Okay, so I mean, this is clearer than daylight, but some people will still need Google to look at it. The NFF statutes, Article 18 and Article 78, subsection 2 and 3, as well as FIFA statutes, Article 17 and 18, delegates the right to an independent and subordinate body to manage, organize its competition, MPFL inclusive. The LMC Limited is not a private body, as has been misrepresented, but a not-for-profit company duly formed by the NFF and the participating MPFL clubs by their powers as enshrined in the extant NFF statutes. Okay, this was simply about a judgment debt obtained in 2012 by Emmanuel Obo Emmanuel Obo and Associate against the NFL Limited, originating from legal services he claimed to have rendered NFL Limited between 2008 and 2010, which he sought to enforce against the LMC Limited in 2013. After its formation, LMC won the court matter in the High Court 21st January 2014 and at the Court of Appeal 24 June 2016, the football body said. But still, a minister who should have known this, that should be his job, did not even take time to know this. And you know the funny thing, this person studied international law. According to his status, go to Twitter and check his status. Somebody who studied international law, you know, is presiding over this. Well, let's move past that one and go to what happened to a player who helped Rivers United win the league just a few months ago. Ex-Rivers United forward Rafiu Ishak has still the move to NK Maribor. Rafiu, who played pivotal role in Rivers United MPFL triumph last season, confirmed his departure to Slovenia. Rivers United had earlier denied Rafiu joining them when the Slovenia club announced the player's acquisition a few weeks ago. Remember when Brighton and Hove denied Cucurella going to Chelsea, but we know where he's playing right now. That's the same matter that happened. On his social media page, he said, "I'm home." Okay, hashtag NK Maribor, Super Eagles, hashtag Abri Sports, hashtag MPFL transfer. So the man is gone. There's no coming back again. We wish him the very, very best from our end here at Elevator TV Sports. Remember that I caught up with him at the airport and we had a very good conversation. You can go see that interview again on our YouTube channel as a reminder of who he is, what he's done. A footballer who's also a shoemaker who hopes to one day open a shoe manufacturing factory in Nigeria, employ workers and the rest. So from one Super Eagles player to a Falcons player, Super Falcons French feminine club, Sanitaire has announced the signing of another Super Falcons star, Regina Otu, on a one-year deal. Let's hope that the one-year deal translates into more after a good performance. Otu played for Edo Queens in 2019 and Rivers Angels in 2020 before moving to Europe to join FC Minsk, the club for which she wore the colors for the last 2 seasons and with which she played in the qualification for the Women's Champions League. She was excited about joining the French side and hope to put in her best for the club. She said, "I am very happy to sign here because Saint-Etienne is a great club and represents a great step forward in my career. I am very honored that the coach has placed his trust in me. I will do everything, you know, to be up to its standards and help ASE find Division 1. This is the level at which a club like this must evolve," she said. Otu has represented Nigerian Super Falcons in the Women's African Cup of Nations and you know, in several other competitions. So we over here wish her the very best of luck in French journey. Okay, she shouldn't be a stranger there. She should be able to find her feet and eat long bread and pasta and the rest that they have to offer. Well, there's variety of food in France anyway, so it wouldn't be really of a problem. So let's go to Europe and see what's going on in Chelsea. What's going on with Chelsea? Graham Potter has said the challenge of being a Chelsea manager was too big to turn down. I know it's a step up for you, but it's a step down for Chelsea. Potter left Brighton to take over at Stamford Bridge last week after the Blues sacked Thomas Tuchel. Okay, his first game in charge of Chelsea is tonight in the Champions League against Red Bull Salzburg. And speaking at yesterday's press conference, quoting from BBC.com, he said, "You have to look at the tradition, the quality, size, ambition of the club. Yeah, it's a completely different challenge from the one I had at Brighton. Thank God, you know. Okay, at Brighton, your highest goal was to reach 41 points, and when you achieve 51 points, it was heaven. At Chelsea, you have to go to 90 point plus and then win trophies. I had 3 fantastic years there, but I am very thankful to the owners here for putting their trust in me. My main job is to help the guys that are here, help them improve and put a team on the pitch that the supporters are proud of. In Chelsea, they are not proud of anything but trophies. So if you can't give them trophies, forget it. If you come and play as a Wenger football here with that trophy, they will fire you. We want to create our own team, our own identity, so that's recognizable. We will fight every day for it. Like they don't have identity before, right? Okay, that's it fast. I just realized now, so I don't lose my ID card, so no access for my game. I got a nice feeling for the owners on a human level. They are good people. Very soon you have that conversation will change. Very intelligent people with an understanding of what they want to achieve. They've bought in they've thought in the long term, they have a plan. So that was exciting. The challenge was too big to turn down. It felt right for me. I will always be respectful and thankful for Brighton and Overbeyond. But this is an amazing football club and an amazing challenge for us. Let's not forget that this is a tradition by this guy anyway. This is how he abandoned Swansea and ran away. So it's not something new. Tuesday, UEFA Champions League roundup. It was interesting, but I guess I lost all my bets. First time in a very long time when I'm losing all my bets. Okay. Robert Lewandowski's return to Bayern Munich was not a fruitful endeavor as Bayern dominance over the Spanish giant continued in the UEFA Champions League last night. Goals from Lucas Hernandez and Leroy Sané in the 4-minute space in the second half was all they need to win 2 goals to nothing. After Barcelona have dominated the first half without producing goal. It was a barren dominance in the first half anyway. Barcelona in the Champions League to Rio Lewandowski's return to his old side. Following a goalless first half, Julian Nagelsmann's men turned it on a very early second period with Hernandez heading home Joshua Kimmich's corner before fine play by Jamal Musiala set up Sané to fire home a beautiful solo goal in the 54th minute to keep Bayern at the summit after 2 matches. Joel Matip was the unlikely hero to get Liverpool European campaign back on track as his 89th minute header secured a labor 2-1 win over Ajax in Group A. Now, after losing 4-1 to Napoli, they finally got a win against Ajax. Ajax really made a meal of it anyway, but Liverpool were solid defensively. So thanks to their defensive solidity, they were able to put through. I hope that they continue like this because I remember that's how they won 1 game and then went on to go and embarrass themselves. Okay, after Jurgen Klopp declared their 4-1 loss in Napoli's as a horror show, a response was required at Anfield, and Mohamed Salah's opener helped settle any tension, but the Dutch outfit equalized before halftime. Mohamed Kudus smashed home in fine fashion, and it was Ajax who looked the more likely to grab a second goal, only for Matip to head home a late corner to give Liverpool a vital 3 points. In Group D, Tottenham was considered 2 goals in injury time, just as they did against Marseille. But this time around, they didn't have a red card to blame as excuse. Elsewhere, Atletico Madrid were on the receiving end of a late show, just the same way they did last week as well as at Bayer Leverkusen in Group B. Wow. Well, the La Liga side had struck twice in stoppage time to beat Porto last week, but saw Robert Andrich and Moussa Diaby, the one that Arsenal almost signed, but the price was not good as it was reported to be 65 million. Diaby net in the final 6 minutes of the encounter in Germany to secure a 2-0 win. Club Brugge are top of the group after stunning 4-0 victory away to Port. I didn't see that coming at all. Ferranjotka put the visitors in front with quarter of an hour played, and Kamal Soa, Andres Koy Olsen, and Antonio Noah were on target in the second half to end the Belgium an excellent win. Whoa! Now let's talk some boxing, some square ring punching. This is not a sport. Remember, boxing is not a sport, so don't call it a sport. This is war. It's a battle. Anthony Joshua has accepted WBC champion Tyson Fury's term for an all-British heavyweight fight on the 3rd of December and is awaiting response. His management company has said Joshua 32 sent an offer by Team Fury suggesting a 60-40 pulse split to the champion and December fight date. The fight was agreed on Friday, but announcement was delayed because of the death of Queen last Thursday. Initial terms have been agreed, but Joshua is yet to sign a contract. In a statement posted on Twitter and shared by Joshua, 258 management said 258 and Matchroom Boxing can confirm on behalf of Anthony Joshua that we accepted all terms presented us by Fury's team for a fight. It's so good when you're done, you accept things quickly and you want to come back. You know the thing about wanting to come back very quick that I've noticed in a fight is you keep getting beat. Sometimes you have to, take your time and go. The distance between the first fight with Alexander Usyk and the second fight was 11 months. Now this fight and this other one is less than 6 months. This is something that the human body is not meant to take. But then Anthony Joshua wants to beat conventional science and what the human body is allowed to do. Let's talk about, with the few minutes that we've got just 4 minutes to end the show. Let's talk about the suggestion by Todd Boehly. Tomorrow, I promise you guys that I'll give you an extended show, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's talk about the suggestion by Todd Boehly, the Chelsea new owner, who says that they would like to have an all-star game. For me, I'll tell you what I think when I'm signing up. Odunio Remilakon says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. He said, the first left Chelsea this season, dragging Koundé is my biggest joke. After the Bayern game yesterday, they should drag their Bahubali Koulibaly like that. Okay, Nana Ado, my friend in Ghana, and I'm sure that I will come to Ghana one time to come and see you. Definitely. Hi, bros. It's been a while. Yes, you've been busy, I guess. Chike Ayologu, he said that's a very good idea, but the way he said it will make the British people to refuse it. It will come across a bit arrogant. Americans are arrogant, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if you've got it, you've got to show it. If you got it, you got to flaunt it. There is no, if you like, call it arrogant, but that's who they are. Americans are proud of their heritage and they show it up front. Humility does not take anybody anywhere. Forget all those things that Nigerian people say. It's poverty's motivation. Humble yourself and God will lift you up. God does not lift anybody up. Work very hard. You will go up. Don't all those talk of be humble. I've seen proud people get to the very top. Okay? They follow principle. Success is a product of principle. It's not a product of humility. Nobody has ever been successful because of humility. Now let's get away from that because I don't have time now. Where was I? Personally, I don't know when they can play it, especially with the grueling season, but it's a good idea. No, what it wants is at the end of the season. So like before you go to the preseason, before you go to the season break, you just put that together. I think it will be nice anyway. To be nice, that's my own thinking. Emily Joseph, man, I've known this guy for a while. This guy used to be very rude, but we've all grown, Good morning, Edafe. Longest time I've been here. You're the one that's disappeared. Good to hear you now. Own your own media. Okay, old news. Jeremiah, I hear him. You said Joshua shouldn't have signed that dead contract. Crying for him already. You guys, Jeremiah, you're mean. Why are you crying for him? You need tissue? Where's that tissue? Let's give Jeremiah some tissue, right? Aduni, there is what's it called? There is a hoodie in the bag for you. But it's not available now, but we've already signed up on it for it to be made. I don't know when it's ready, I'll let you know. But I just need you to type and tell me your size. Is it medium, large, or extra large? That's why we would be able to do it, because the consistency at which you come first in this live stream is very, very beautiful. I will not forget my Instagram people. There's not much messages there, but even the little ones that are there, I am obligated to read it. So let's go to Instagram and see. Cars underscore 347. Man, I'm owing you. I beg you. Bear with me. Good morning, my guy. How you doing today? I'm okay. I'm okay, but I can be better. I'm okay. What do you think about the match between Barcelona and Bayern? It's a game of two halves. Bayern adapted as they go. The first half was all Barcelona, but I think that in the second half they felt a little bit frustrated. And then what happened was that Bayern decided to get into their group. They started playing their kind of game. Okay, there is still a little bit of something in the Bayern team, like Muller and Sane may never get a better understanding. The both of them may never understand each other. It's obvious, it's glaring in the way they play. Sane is trying too hard to fill the Lewandowski issue. He should stay on his lane and be there. He will be fine. But Sane is trying too hard to try to run into the same channel that Muller is running into, and you could see that was happening in the first half. But then in the second half, I think that they decided, you know what, let's play with the other guys and forget about these two people, and that worked for them. For Barcelona, not every defeat you blame people. I always say, not every time when a team loses, they're not good. No, I saw some people tweeting and tagging me and say, Xavi has been found out. There's nothing like finding out. People lose game, and you have to move on. What I think happened was that there was too much. You know that thing when a team keep beating you. It happens with Chelsea and Arsenal. When a team keep beating you, you come into the game wanting to do too much. And in the process of wanting to do too much, you burn yourself out, and then that becomes a problem. And I think that's what happened with Barcelona. Barcelona wanted to do too much too quick. Another thing that I found out is Pedri and Gavi, as good, as talented as they are, we use the word good, as talented as they are not Andres Iniesta and Xavi. People should stop it. People should allow them to grow. They are kids and they are learning the job, and they will grow with time. That I saw a very beautiful connection between Lewandowski and Rafinha, but it will also take time to grow. As fast as Ousmane Dembele, sometimes all he just needs is a sense, just sense. That thing called sense in football. Play ball with sense rather than trying to overdo. He's trying to do Jehovah overdo. He's trying to be Jehovah El Shaddai. He ended up to become Jehovah El Shaddai. I think there are little things here that you do. You say football is as you age. Let me use Odio Igalo as an example. Odio Igalo work less and score a lot of goals. And some idiots will say, oh, he's playing in Saudi Arabia. Listen, there are people that are playing in Saudi Arabia that have played there before now that have not produced the type of goals and numbers that he's produced. The thing is, over the years, he's become more experienced, learn how to manage his body, learn how not to burn his energy outside of the box. Like you have with Osimhen. If you look at Osimhen, you notice that he's got so much energy, he's ready to burn them, but then he's not burning them in the right places. Sometimes that might affect him. But you notice that when Osimhen grows, maybe put more like 4 or 5 years to his game now, he will be scoring a lot more goals than now. Okay, look at Zlatan. If you go back to the Zlatan of Malmo or the Zlatan of Ajax and Barcelona, you notice that there's difference, in the later part of his game. He walk less, he run less, but he scores more. So I think that's what would happen eventually with people like Gavi, Pedri, Rafinha. When you go from a Leeds United to a Barcelona, the standards are very, very high. So we would see how they go. But I don't think I want to blame Barcelona. I think going into this game, nobody gave them a chance to really win the game. That's one at the Allianz Arena. Secondly, another thing that we need to understand is this is FC Bayern. FC Bayern were on a roll when it comes to playing against Barcelona. So the advantage was already on their side. If Barcelona had won yesterday, as big as Barcelona, it would have been an upset. So I think that once they didn't take their chance in the first half, it was more like, is that all you've got? And there is this thing that they use in China where you punch it, it goes back, but then it comes back up. Those people that are doing Tai Chi, I don't know the name that they call it. I know, but I've forgotten the name. You punch it, it's weighted at the bottom, so much so that when you punch it, it comes back again. And they use it in a lot of these dojos too. Some, they just use it like a human shape. You punch it, it goes back, and then it comes back to you. It's always balanced. You can't fall. That's exactly what happened with the Bayern game. Barcelona practically gave them all they've got in the first half. And Noah was, even though it was shaky at some point, but it was just at the right place at the right time to stop Lewandowski and all that. I wish I had time to do these analysis, but unfortunately, I don't have time today. I've got to run now. Let me take this one from Divine to K. Good morning, boss. How are you doing, sir? I think Joshua is trying to press the self-destruct button. He needs counseling and therapy. This is what I think. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about this, Joshua, a bit. An all-star thing could work in England in the long run. But I wish the same approach can be brought to the MPFL. It could help with drawing the attention of the fans. Okay, I think that's something I can suggest. Now that you said it, I can suggest it very well. Oduni, you say thank you so much, but you still didn't mention your size. I need to know the size so that I can speak to the guys that are manufacturing it. We're also about to sign a contract with the production outfits abroad that will be doing all our merchandise. We're working on it, paperwork remaining, but for now, the guy that is doing it here will still retain his service, but because he's done very, very well with us so far. But that's the progress. But even at that, we need a whole lot of support. And thank you guys for joining in on the live stream today. Owoye say good morning. Oga Edafi, Javi needs to stop playing Rafinha and Dembele out of position. They are both right wingers. Playing either on the left wing is a waste of time. That's not true. Thierry Henry is a right-footed player, but he played most of his game on the left. So Messi is a left-footed player who played most of his game on the right. Football have passed that stage. You're thinking with the brain of 1970 in 2022. See, you've got to be intelligent in your thinking. The advantage of playing players in their opposite position is that you get more advantage of scoring goals because you don't have to. See, nobody says you have to dribble to the line before you cross the ball anymore. So you can break in, and that's what everybody wants. The game is not arrowed in. That's why there's no number 8 in football anymore. It is 3 strikers. And what that means is it gives you the advantage. You have to play your players in a position where they have an advantage to score more than any other person. That's just the way it is. If we keep talking about this, I might get late to my appointment, and I hate to get late to these children. They are very, very important in the scheme of things, especially when you're mentoring people. You have to lead by example. So, guys, thank you very much for being on the show today. If you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do to subscribe. And please, 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 when we drop our content, help us. If you really want us to grow as we're all open, engage in the conversation, the comment section, because YouTube algorithms are changing every day. They can't views that much. They can't engagement. Please help us to grow by engaging us. Get in talk in the conversation. You can do your banter there when we put our content. It helps us a whole lot. But thank you very much. God bless you, and have yourself a wonderful day. We will do this with an extra 30 minutes tomorrow, and I'm sure I will be able to talk on so many things. Don't forget it's Champions League coming tonight. And whenever you're stuck in traffic, whenever you're not home, you're not watching, and you want to get the full commentaries of the games that are going on, don't forget to log on to www.elegotatv.com/radio. We've got the Champions League lockdown for you. God bless you, and have a wonderful day with the very best of who God created you to be. Like Emmanuel Sebastian will say, attitude is a very small thing, but it's very big on the final equation of everything that we do in life. So go through life with a good attitude, and I'm sure you would win. Bye-bye, and have yourself a wonderful day.